Hey guys, me again. Got another review for you. So if you're ready, here it comes. This is the review for. I know this one's a little late. I just recently saw this one. But if you've been with the channel for a little bit, you know that I'm going to review everything past, present, future. So here it is. This is John Krasinski's A Quiet Place. And if you're not familiar with John Krasinski, he's probably more. Um, you probably recognize him more from shows like The Office. And this is his very first movie, his directorial debut. And I gotta say right off the bat, I really, really like it when actors leave their acting zone to direct because usually you get something magical when that happens. Mel Gibson, Braveheart, Kevin Costner and Open Range. You let them explore different facets of their abilities, and this one was really, really good. This is a sci-fi horror movie, and it's really, really good. Basically, the story goes there are these creatures. We don't know where they come from. We don't know anything about them. We barely at the start of it, you barely even know what they look like. So, what we do know is these creatures hunt on sound alone. They can, if they hear a pin drop, they're going to come find you. So, basically, I guess you could say this is kind of a post-apocalyptic world that we're in, even though the apocalypse hasn't really happened. But these creatures are hunting us to the point of extinction, I have to imagine, because you see whole cities are kind of run down and destroyed. Not destroyed, but they're vacant. So this has been going on for years, and yeah, so it centers around this family. The dad, who is played by John Krasinski, and the mother, who is played by Emily Blunt, and their children. And this it's basically a story of their survival and how they survived so long, and their current struggles. And it was good. It was really, really good, nail-bitingly good. There were parts in this where I was holding my breath and just like, oh, they're gonna make it. But the acting was phenomenal all the way around. I've always loved Emily Blunt. I think she's amazing. She did a great job in this one also. John Krasinski, amazing job in this also. The kids even did a fantastic job. And so, yeah, I mean, since the movie is based around these creatures who hunt by sound, naturally these people have got to survive by not making any noise at all. So they are all talking to each other in sign language. Their house, a lot of it is soundproofed. They don't really speak to each other at all. In fact, this is probably the closest thing to a silent movie I've seen since forever. It's really, really cool. What I really, really love how he did this. The cinematography is really well done. There's some really beautiful shots in it. I love how alone and cut off they are. Um, it's really good. It was really well done movie for John Krasinski's first outing. And I know now that we are getting a sequel to this. It's coming out this year, actually pretty soon. And I'm kind of glad I saw this first one. That way I'm more prepared for the second one. But it ends in a really cool fashion also. It's not a very long movie. It's about just slightly over an hour and a half long. And that's okay because it's one of those movies that I feel is more effective on a shorter runtime. I don't like those movies that are over bloated, that have got way too much in it when it doesn't need to, when they could be a good 30 minutes shorter and be way more effective. John Krasinski did a really good job in the editing of this. He knew exactly what was important, what he could keep out. The whole learning about the creatures and all that stuff is really subtle. Like you can read newspapers that are littering the ground, or things that he's collected over the years to kind of get a sense of backstory, which is really cool. Although if they do, when they do, the second one comes out, judging from the first trailer that they have for A Quiet Place Part 2, it looks like we are going to get more of how this whole thing went down, more of the creatures' backstory. And these creatures, by the way, are really well done. Excellent creature design, and they look really good. They're all CG. I think they had some practical moments as well, but mostly, for the most part, it's all CG, and they look really, really good. I love the creature design. And when they're around, it's just nail-bitingly tense moments. I don't want to give anything away because, again, it's a short movie, and I feel like if I give too much away, then you're kind of it's gonna be more predictable. I don't want to say anything more than that as far as story goes, but it has some nail-biting moments and just, hold your breath type moments. I loved it. I loved every moment of it. I was glued. I had moments where I was, clutching my screen and just getting closer and closer with every second. It was good. It was really, really good. I definitely, even if you're not a fan of sci-fi horror or horror in general, watch it because it's a really good movie. I believe it's a PG-13 movie. The violence in it is very minimal, which is fine. It's not one of those movies that relies on heavy gore or anything of that nature. It's highly effective the way they shot it, and I'm so glad that John Krasinski stepped out of his acting shell to do this. What's so funny to me is he came from a comedic background, and as we learned with Jordan Peele, those kind of changes, really lead to some spectacular results because, they step out of the comfort zone and do stuff that they're more, that they're very passionate about, and it shows. It shows immensely. What else is there? It was good. It was extremely good. If you haven't seen it already, definitely check it out. You won't be disappointed. But yeah, that's A Quiet Place, and I thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give me a like. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Tell me what you guys thought about the movie. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Yeah, I mean, I should have some more reviews coming for you pretty soon. Just kind of stick around, and thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one.